Good afternoon from the shed. Just a little talk really at the moment about my sculptures and how it all began. Many people have been asking recently where the name Scrapman comes from, as a lot of them think it's to do with fighting, etc. But the reason I'm called the Scrapman is simply because I use scrap metal, old tools and redundant parts of machinery to make the sculptures. I love to take something which has had an old life and has been perhaps forever discarded, thrown away and left to rot and rust, and I like to take it, clean it and recreate it into something new. A nice characterful sculpture. I started really purely by chance. I used to be a maintenance engineer, and after being made redundant several times decided to take a look in the art world. And I made a few sculptures, and someone called Kevin Noble, who worked at Shibden Hall in Halifax, West Yorkshire, asked me if I was modelling myself on Arthur Dooley, a sculptor from Liverpool. And being a bit of a novice to the art world and never having heard of Arthur, I said to him, I don't know anything about football. And he said, no, he says Arthur Dooley was a very famous sculptor from Liverpool in the 1960s. So I thought that I would see if I could find anything out about him, and if anyone in Liverpool was interested in my sculptures, considering they looked like Arthur's early work. So I sent several emails out to different galleries in the city, and I got one back within a few days from the Liverpool Academy of Arts, from a lady called June Lawney, and she asked me to send some images, which I did, and she said they are very similar to Arthur's early work, and would I like to hold an exhibition there in the city. So my first ever exhibition was at the Liverpool Academy of Arts, and it was alongside a really good artist called Tom Rydyke. We were interviewed on Mersey Radio, and it was so strange that suddenly, from nowhere, I had the opportunity to share my life and to share my sculptures with other people. And I found it really refreshing. It was lovely. I've remained friends with June ever since, and I continue to exhibit at the gallery, which has sadly now moved from Seal Street, and it holds an annual event now at the Cork Gallery in Aigburth. And I will always be grateful to June, because without her I would probably never have been to the places I've been. I've really been lucky in many ways that I've met some very interesting people. I've had some really good comments, and have had a lot of fun along the way. And hope to have more. It's been very interesting. Oh, excuse me. You're never alone with a mobile phone. Hello? Hello? Oh yes, yeah, it's me. I am a bit busy. Really? Well, if you're wanting some help, yeah, I'm quite happy to do that. But as you know, at the moment, I'm in isolation. Well, if I were you, I would certainly use the 2.5 stainless steel welding electrodes. As long as the areas are clean, it should stick very well. Sorry, what's that, Sir Anthony? Oh yes, yes, I'm quite happy to advise you any time you want. Yes, yes. Yes, I have been busy. And I know you're busy at the moment too, because I saw you with Grayson Perry the other night. Yes, yes. We must get together after this lockdown. And of course I'll help you with the new art installation. You know you don't have to ask. But I'm quite busy at the moment. I'm trying to record a vlog for people who've been asking about where I started. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, Sir Anthony. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Go on, you put it down first. Bye. 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 Yeah, love you. Bye. 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 There we go. Sir Anthony Gormley asking for advice on a new art installation that he'll be doing as soon as he comes out of this isolation period. I like to give advice where I can, and of course it's always very helpful because in return he does give me lots of advice too. And if you've not seen any of his work, look him up on Google. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, without June Launay and the Liverpool Academy of Arts, Scrapman, who I was christened by the people in Liverpool, would never have been born. I would have probably faded into obscurity and just done the stuff to help myself. To amuse myself, should I say. These damp phones are a nuisance, aren't they? Anyway, yes. So I have, as I say, I've exhibited in Liverpool since 2002, I think was the first exhibition. And I've also exhibited all over the UK. And my success rate has been really good. I've got nothing to complain about. And it's so humbling when people actually want to buy the work that you've created. It's such an honour that people find that what you do is what they want. And I would never underestimate anything. My art teacher at school told me that I was to art what piles were to a jockey, and I should never ever consider a future in art. But there we go. That is the area I went in. That is the area I'm still working in. It's a constant learning curve. Art in itself is boundless. Completely boundless. What is art to some is rubbish to others. But never underestimate the power of art, particularly now in this COVID-19 lockdown situation. So many people are turning to crafts and arts as a way of relaxing the mind, of a way of beginning to just to do things other than they normally would. And I think we're seeing some very good results. And I think and I believe that it is a major help for people with mental health issues. All in the fingers, the creation. It is soothing and relaxing. That's the end of this block for today. Thank you so very much for listening and being interested in what I do. And I do apologise for Sir Anthony.